Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to Miss Adiba. We are from Group 8 consisting of Ayla Sofina binti Kamal, Siti Nushahada binti Syabani, and also myself, Aisyah Idina binti Zainab Abidin, will be presenting our final project, which is Ayam brand and weekly sales and report. For the tables of content, we have three contents. The first one is company background, second one detailed information of the establishment, and lastly the weekly sales and report. The company background, Ayam brand has started and established by Alfred Kruet in 1892. Alfred Kruet is a Frenchman and he started his company in colonial Singapore. In 1899, he began to market the canned sardine and he became the first pioneer to market canned food product in Southeast. However, in 1954, Dennis Perez, a family company, has brought the company that Alfred Kruet has established, which is A. Kruet & Co. And until this date, Ayam brands remain under the French flag and has been marketed to more than 30 countries, including France, Australia, New Zealand, and also UK. For the vision of the company, they believe in quality ingredients prepared naturally. They ban preservative, added MSG, and also added trans fat. And they also try as much as possible not to add any additives in their products. For the mission, their mission is to create memorable and satisfying meals, and they are dedicated to make the meals a sure success and enjoyable. Also, they committed to offer a healthy and natural product. Brand really valued their relationship with their supplier and also their customer. And thanks to its commitment in maintaining in quality, activity, price stability, affordability, supply continuity, visibility, adaptability, honesty, and also value the community, they have remained in this business more than 100 years.
For my part, I will present about the procurement process in Ayam brand company. First, identify a need. Second, determine the specifics. Third, negotiation price. Fourth, purchase and order. Fifth, delivery. Sixth, receiving and storage. Seventh, payment. And last but not least, record keeping. For the next slide, this is a flow Ayam brand that go through in the procurement process. First, Ayam brand goes through the procurement process by making the first step, which is identify the raw material ingredient. Then for the next, double check the detailed information to avoid losses. Next, comparing and selecting the vendor based on needs. Next, selecting a vendor that can produce the goods according to timing delivery. Next step is approval from the head department before receiving the goods. And then payment of the goods based on receiving. Invoice as a proof of the purchase process. Then receive and storage the goods at the right place with the location. And last, record and keep the process for auditing process. Alright, I will explain more about this process. Ayam brand goes through the procurement process just to make sure the production and operation runs smoothly. Why? This process that involved in Ayam brand is identify the raw material or ingredient such as sardine, olive oil, coriander, and other ingredients. Person in charge must fill the form such as a purchasing form, receiving form, just to get the things that they need in their process. All the information and specification of the product have to write down and double check. And Ayam brand has the option for the vendor, 3 vendor, selecting the best vendor, so they must to comparing the vendor based on their needs. The consideration that they use for choosing vendor, such as a reputation of the vendor, cost, speed, and time delivery. Then for approval from the head department, before purchase and receiving the goods. After approve the purchase order, the selected vendor can proceed the requisition. Then for that, invoice will be submitted by the vendor to the production to the purchaser. The invoice consists the detailed breakdown payment of the goods based on a receiving. Is that the good received in a good condition or not? Invoice as a proof of the purchase process. For the company part is they receive and storage the goods at the right place, and then they must record and keep all the thing process for auditing. Alright, for the next slide, I will explain about the type of establishment of Ayam brands. Ayam brand is a commercial company that produce food to consumer. Then they bring the concept of a canned food that easy to use for household. Ayam brand was expanding their business by entering the supermarket. Ayam brand also gain the profit with do a collaboration with the other popular brand just to attract more attention from the customer. And then Ayam brand offering the variety of products based on the Malaysian favorite and request. For example, sardines. Everyone love to eat sardines. And then most of the people eat sardine as a quickly meal. Then Ayam brand try to encourage consumer by demand for healthy food through the promoting consumer about the awareness of healthy food by using their product. For example, tuna in olive oil. Next, Ayam brand also educate people by using the product based on the activity such as Ayam brand community care campaigns. And last but not least, Ayam brand promoting the product by give the free recipe that can customer use with their product. Okay, for the next slide, this is a form used in the establishment. First, purchasing form, receiving form, storing form, delivery form, stock control, invoice, market list, and the standard. Alright, for the first slide, we have a purchase form and good receipt form. Purchase form is a commercial document and first official issue by buyer to a seller. For receiving form, used to document the content of delivery to the business. For the second slide, we have a storing form requisition and delivery form. Storing form is form that a user must fill out when they want to removing the goods from the storage. For delivery, document that complete a shipment for a goods. For the third slide, have stock control and invoice. Stock control is to show how much stock in hand, and invoice is the document that itemize and record a transaction between a buyer and seller. For the last slide, we have a standardized menu.
So I will continue the presentation. So my part is about monitoring and controlling the sales and food costing. In our opinion, the one who is monitoring and controlling the sale and food costing at Ayam brand is accountant. A successful food service establishments have the ability to keep costs and predetermined level. All the staff, including accountant, supervisor and personal chef, understand that successful operation require that costs be carefully established and monitored so the profit will be maintained. So there are 6 steps that can maintain Ayam brand sales and costs. So the first step is monitor daily consumptions. A supervisor should always monitor consumption on daily basis. It will have to be in tune with stock available across all outlets. The next is placing an order when required. Placing order when required, the step help to maintain the production every day and to avoid to get expired ingredients. The next is focus on recipe management. Have an integrated recipe management in POS system. It will help to track the ingredient based on the number of order placed in the POS system. The fourth is calculate the variance. This will help to track the variance between the actual stock, consumption and the ideal consumptions based on the number of the order placed and the total sales, and also to avoid the food waste. The fourth is the yield of each stock item in kitchen need to be analyzed. As a kitchen staff or personal chef, the yield of each stock in the kitchen need to be analyzed. Unnecessary wasting occur frequently in the kitchen and inventory because of frequently order more than is required. This item exact yield tells you how much of ingredients need to make a dish and allows you to place stock orders based on it. Okay, last but not least, manage the shelf life of the stock items. A successful and maintained cost and sale in the is managing the shelf life of stock items. Monitoring the shelf life of stock products is another important factor to consider when managing your stock operations. Maintaining strict inventory management in food company will not ensure the kitchen never runs out of supplies, but it will help to reduce the amount of waste generated in the kitchen. As a result, it will be maintaining the food cost while increasing the profit. So for the conclusion, all the food establishments are related to the procurement process. The importance of the procurement process is to purchasing good or service to support the company infrastructure and operations. So according to the food establishment that we have been choose, which is Ayam brand, there are a few forms that help to determining of if the goods received are the goods ordered in the invoice. The next is the forms also work to simplify the purchasing process, prevent fraud, avoid the food waste, and maintain costs and profits. In the general, the importance of maintain sale and cost avoid loss and maintain the production flow process in every week or every day. This assignment really help us to be a successful manager and supervisor for the future. Last but not least, Ayam brand show it is a successful company and it can be a good example how to manage a food company in the future. So the next section will about weekly sales and report. For this assignment, we are referring to the report of project commercial by our senior, which is BBS Code 1. This is the list of menu for the first 2 weeks for Le Twin Noir Western Cuisine and Monarch. And based on the chart that we can see here, the Monarch total sales is higher than the Le Twin Noir Western Cuisine. As for Le Twin Noir, the menu offer is not suitable with the price that has been stated, and besides, chocolate brownies are too common and it has sold everywhere with a suitable price. However, for Monarch, they offer a list of full course meal menu that was more interesting with suitable price, which is 28 ringgit per pax.
These are list of menu Korean cuisine. Korean cuisine on 7 December. Full course of meal served on that menu was not suitable with the price, and then all the menu was too common and not interesting. That the show from the bar chart. And then on the 9 December, menu was interesting and simple. For this week, the menu highly demand and sales. Next, dish of dessert was rarely and found in Batu Pahat. So customer attract to try the menu. Then the combination of the appetizer until the beverage was very suitable to be a full course of meal. And the portion of the food that they served was worth it for the money.
The next is Littoral, Nora Japan and Monarch Japan. So this is the list of menu. As we can see through the bar chart, Littoral Nora Japan has achieved the lowest and the Monarch Japan has achieved the highest for that week. Littoral Nora Japan achieved the lowest because the main course is too common and the price is very not suitable for the student. But for Monarch Japan is the poster for the menu is very clean and easy to read, and the combination of the appetizer until beverages was very suitable to be a full course meal. So this is the reason why Monarch Japan is achieved the highest sale for that day, for that week. Sorry. And the next menu is about buffet and Indonesian cuisine. So this is the list of the menu. As we can see through the bar chart, buffet has achieved the lowest on that week, but the Indonesian cuisine has achieved the highest. This is because buffet is very pricey for the student and menu for that day is too simple and not very interesting. But Indonesian cuisine is list of full course meal was more interesting and suitable with the price per pack, which is RM28 ringgit, and the menu listed and poster were very simple and easy to read. To conclude all the menu and all this project, the menu was that had achieved the highest sale was Indonesian cuisine. Deciding menu need to base on menu pricing, which is the process of determining the price at which the restaurant wants to offer. The menu should be served should be match each other, and the menu should be very simple and easy to read. The guests no interest to try the menu because of confusing and too crowded. So the next project, our students need to be alert with the pricing and how they present the poster of the menu. That's all from our group. Thank you.